I'm 60 years old, and this is one of my greatest anti-aging secrets. Take a listen.
Do you know why some people age faster than others within the same age group? The reason is that real age is not determined by the date of birth. It is determined by the length of telomeres. Nobel Prize laureate Professor Blackburn studied telomeres and discovered that the cells of our body are constantly replaced by new ones. But the problem is that the number of cell divisions is limited, and the number of these divisions is determined by the length of telomeres. With each cell division, telomeres are damaged, and their length decreases. When they can no longer shorten, the cell cannot divide, and you start to get gray hair, wrinkles, and a weakened immune system. Professor Blackburn studied a group of mothers who had to take care of their children for a long time, over 4 years, and found that the longer and more intense the stress period, the shorter the telomeres, and the faster the aging process. The main factor influencing the length of telomeres is the emotions caused by stress. If the emotion is negative, it directly affects their length. A positive attitude towards problems preserves your youth and health.
I'm 60, and a lot of people think I've discovered the fountain of youth. In truth, what I've actually discovered is how to unlearn all the negative behaviors that many of us engage in, ranging from what we eat, how much we move every day, weight-bearing exercises, the types of supplements that we take, our sleep hygiene. But in this video, I want to focus on emotions, that the way we feel and the way we think has a direct impact on inflammation, and that inflammation has a strong impact on how we age and also diseases. I've trained myself, and it's not easy. I've trained myself not to have an anger response. Instead of anger, I choose sadness, because scientific studies have shown that sadness does not have the impact that anger does on our bodies. Truth is, I'm not perfect. I haven't experienced anger in years, but I did last night. When I got into bed last night, I just wanted to watch a movie and chill out. But when I turned on my television, my Alexa was not connecting to the TV. So I had no volume. I tried everything in the world and I just couldn't get it to sync. And it was starting to piss me off. Something I haven't felt in a long time. And then I yelled at Alexa, loud. I cursed at her. And then I had to compose myself and say, hey, we're not doing this, especially before bed. So I had to sort of go into a zone and to undo what I was building. But that was a first in a long, long, long time. And I stopped myself because I know the impact that anger has on inflammation and therefore aging. So I laughed at myself, took some deep breaths, and just gave up and turned the television off. And this got me thinking about social media, how much rage bait there is on social media, and how hypersensitive and angry a lot of us are becoming via a lot of these videos that we see online. And the ones we like to see online most of all generally are negative interactions, people arguing, people fighting, people doing things or saying things that will really piss us off. All of that will make you older. I'd be very curious to see studies 10, 20 years from now on the impacts of all this rage bait social media that we seem to really enjoy. This could be behind why certain generations are aging faster than others, because the youngest of the various generations have had social media in their lives from the start, which is why sometimes I just have to pull myself away from combative content because I know it's going to make me old. And then I'll switch over to some of my favorites that give me good feels, like Jimmy Darts, or that MD motivator guy, or that one woman that goes through supermarkets saying, "Smile, King, you're too handsome not to be smiling," or that other guy that goes through malls with his arms open, asking people for hugs. Stuff like that, that gives you the good feelings inside. It's not just an emotion, it's also doing something for your health and for your body. So I strongly recommend to anyone that's alive today to step away from these emotions sometimes, because we are all getting very, very hot-headed. And the term hot-headed is used for a reason, because it's inflaming you. It's literally inflaming your body. And that inflammation will wreak havoc. Learn not to get caught up in these online dramas of people fighting with one another, going back and forth. So sometimes it's best to pull away from that type of content and to replace that with content that makes you feel good. Because feeling good means looking good and actually being good on the inside.